Welcome back to the A to Z of purpose and leadership. Today's word is consciousness. I want you to imagine this. You walk into a dark room, you stumble, you bump into furniture, and maybe you stub your toe. Then someone flips on the light switch. Suddenly, nothing in the room has changed, but everything feels different. You see what was there all along. That's what consciousness does in our lives. It doesn't change the reality, it changes how we see it. Leadership works the same way. You can't shift what you can't see. Before I came to be more intentional, I lived on autopilot, hustling, reacting, trying to please others, and life felt like it was happening to me. Consciousness is what shifted me into a creator mode. I'm here to serve and create into a place where life happens for me. And that's the shift I want you to walk through today. Let's explore the three truths about consciousness that can transform how you lead and live. Lesson number one: awareness precedes change. You can't change a habit, belief, or story that you refuse to acknowledge. Consciousness is awareness without judgment. It's pausing long enough to notice your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's asking, why am I doing this? Where is this belief coming from? Is this story true, or is it just some old programming? Hmm. A study said that by naming your emotions, it reduces the activity in the amygdala, part of your brain responsible for fear and stress. In other words, awareness itself calms the nervous system and opens up space for change. Think about that. Naming what's happening shifts how you experience it. Awareness is that first domino into transformation. Lesson number two: expanded consciousness equals expanded leadership. The best leaders are aware leaders. They notice not just what is said, but what is unsaid. They pick up on a tone, body language, even silence, and they sense the emotional energy of the room. One of the greatest examples of conscious leadership was Abraham Lincoln. During the Civil War, his cabinet was divided, his country was fractured, and the pressure was unbearable. Yet Lincoln was deeply conscious of his own emotions and of those of others around him. Instead of reacting in anger, he often wrote what he called the hot letters, angry drafts he never sent. This conscious pause allowed him to process his emotions privately and respond with wisdom publicly. His awareness prevented escalation and built trust, even with rivals. That conscious leadership preserved not just his presidency, but the very union of the nation. The more conscious you are as a leader, the more effective you become. Because leadership isn't about strategy, it's about presence. And lesson number three: consciousness is practice. Here's the truth: consciousness isn't a one-time awakening, it's practice. You don't just flip on the light once, you keep turning it on every day through reflection, journaling, meditation, prayer, or simply by pausing to breathe. you strengthen your awareness muscle. Mahatma Gandhi practiced this daily. He said, I have so much to accomplish today that I must meditate for 2 hours instead of one. He understood that the presence multiplies productivity. Consciousness gave him clarity in moments where chaos could have ruled. Your practice doesn't have to look like Gandhi's or Lincoln's. It could be as simple as a nightly journal prompt. What did I do today? What did I learn? What do I choose for tomorrow? The key is consistency. So, here's something practical you can try today. Set 3 phone alarms. Label them pause. When they ring, stop for 1 minute and ask yourself 3 questions. Question number 1 is, what am I feeling? Question number 2 is, what am I thinking? And question number 3 is, what am I choosing? So again, number 1, what am I feeling? Number 2, what am I thinking? And number 3, what am I choosing? And do this 3 times a day. That 1 minute pause in consciousness is action. It interrupts the autopilot and brings you back to intention. Consciousness is the bridge between reaction and intention. And without it, we stumble through the dark, reacting to everything around us. With it, we see clearly. We lead with empathy, clarity, and wisdom. So let me leave you with this. What room in your life feels dark right now? Where are you bumping into some obstacles? Maybe the furniture hasn't changed. Maybe it's just time to turn on the light. Thank you for joining me today. If this episode sparked something, share it with someone you care about. Please subscribe so you can follow us through this whole journey. Because when one person wakes up in consciousness, it creates a ripple of clarity for everyone around them.